قال المؤلف رحمه الله وعن أبي يزيد معد بن يزيد بن الأخنس رضي الله عنهم وهو وأبوه وجده صحابيون. Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah, he says that the narrator of this hadith is Abu Yazid Ma'an, the son of Yazid, the son of Al-Akhnas. And he says all three of these narrators, yani the son, the father and the grandfather, are all companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. قال كان أبي يزيد أخرج دنانير يتصدق بها فوضعها عند رجل في المسجد. The son Abu Yazid, he says, or Ma'an, he mentions that Abu Yazid left some money, dananir, with a man in the masjid to distribute on his behalf, some sadaqah. فَجِئْتُ فَأَخَذْتُهَا فَأَتَيْتُهُ بِهَا. So the son, he goes and he collects some of this money. فَقَالَ وَاللَّهِ مَا إِيَّاكَ أَرَدْتُ. The father says to the son, by Allah, I never intended this money for you. فَخَاصَمْتُهُ إِلَى رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم فقال لَكَ مَا نَوَيْتَ يَا يزيد وَلَكَ مَا أَخَذْتَ يَا مَعًا. رواه البخاري. The Prophet ﷺ, they took this case to him, father and son, and he said, you will have what you intended, O Yazid, to the father, and you will have what you have taken, O Ma'an. Ma'an is the son. This hadith is in Bukhari. So what's apparent from this hadith is that the son was a poor man. And when he saw money being distributed, he went and he collected. And the man who was, placed in charge of the money by the father, he saw the son of the man who left the money to be someone who deserved of this money. So he gave him his share as well. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the one who took, khalas, it's for him. Why? Because he deserved it. He's poor. And the father, even though he did not intend it for the son, he will have what he intended, meaning his intention was sadaqah for the sake of Allah. So in this hadith, there's a proof, there's a dalil, that whoever has intention to give sadaqah to somebody, he will have his reward. Even if the person who took from the sadaqah was not necessarily the person who he intended. Or perhaps the person who took from the sadaqah was someone that he is obliged to spend upon, like his son or your family. As a man, you are obliged to spend on your family. If it happens that your sadaqah reaches them, this is also permissible and you will have your reward. Ibn Uthaymin rahimahullah, in his commentary on this hadith, he mentions a couple of benefits that we can take from this hadith. He mentions that the scholars said that a man who gives zakah, a man gives his zakah, the fard zakah, to a person who he thought was a poor person, only later to find out that the person was not poor or not deserved of zakah. The man had enough to suffice his needs, hence he was not deserved of what? Accepting zakah. Will this count as zakah or not? The Shaykh says it will count as zakah, because when he gave it, his intention was to please Allah, and he believed that this person was deserved of accepting zakah. And this can be derived from this hadith as well, because you will get what you intend when you give your charity. Another example he says is, if a man says to his wife, Anti taliq, you are divorced. Now we know in the Sharia, if you say this and your intention is divorce, it's divorce. There's no joking with divorce. There's no playing around and saying, oh, I was just joking. Khalas, it will still stand as a divorce. However, Ibn Uthaymin says, he meant his niyyah by saying this was something else. His niyyah was, you are divorced from some other obligation perhaps. If this is the case, we don't take just the wording, we take the niyyah. The niyyah comes before just a person's wording. A person will get what he intends. This is the benefit that we derive from these ahadith. Also, a man can give sadaqah or even zakah to his offspring, to his own children. And the proof for this is in this hadith. Secondly, there's a hadith in Sahih Bukhari where Zainab radiallahu anha was the wife of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, famous Sahabi. She was going to give charity. And Abdullah ibn Mas'ud said to her, Ana wa waladuki. Your husband and your son are more deserved of your sadaqah than others. So she said, La, no. Hatta as'al al-Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. First I want to ask the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam about this. So she went. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Sadaqa ibn Mas'ud. He spoke the truth. Zawjuki wa waladuki ahaqqu man tasaddaqti bihi alayhim. Your husband and your son is more deserved of your sadaqah to be given. And this hadith is also in Sahih Bukhari. So this is permissible to give sadaqah to your own family. Right? To end off, the Shaykh mentions, even when it comes to zakah. Right? It's permissible to give your family zakah, those whom you are supposed to spend on nafaqah, on condition that they deserve it, yani they are poor, or they have debts, and on condition you are not giving them zakah to bypass your nafaqah that is fard upon you. So if you're supposed to give your wife whatever amount every month, and instead of giving that amount you say, this is the amount you deserve and it's my zakah. So now you are making your zakah, your nafaqah as well. This is not permissible. So you have to give the nafaqah, and if she's still in need, for example, they can then give zakah as well. On these conditions, the ulama said this is permissible, and these can all be derived from this hadith that we've discussed today. Wallahu a'lam, wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.